right, we're here in Grand Rapids, Michigan, the west coast of Michigan, here for PowerPlex, and this is their 13th annual PowerPlex. We're here, Christian Jensen, you're a VP at Accel, and I really wanted to get back to this investment, $50 million put into Plex. A lot of people would be baffled. This is manufacturing, this is ERP, these are all the legacy technologies. Why make that bet? Why double down back in?
It's a good question. I hope it's not too good a question, but we'll see, in the next few years how things pan out. But a few things that we're really excited about when it comes to Plex, and frankly, it wasn't a decision that we struggled with a lot internally. We were very excited to be, doubling down on growth here, and there are a few reasons behind it. One, the manufacturing sector is huge. 1 in 6 American jobs are tied to manufacturing. If it were taken as its own country, it would be the 8th biggest economy in the world. I mean, this is a massive industry, and that's just taking the US, and Plex obviously has footprint outside that. So alone, the opportunity they're chasing is enormous. And the incumbent solutions, we believe, are simply inadequate for many of the players in that industry. On-prem solutions are difficult to deploy, they're not flexible, they're infrequently updated, they can't adequately take advantage of mobile opportunities today. They can't adequately track data the way that a cloud-hosted solution can. So Plex customers find enormous value in having a cloud-hosted ERP solution. It deploys faster, it deploys cheaper, it delivers them insight and data that they didn't have before. They can take advantage of new mobile tools, even Google Glass. It's incredible. So we think, okay, it's a huge market. They've built this product that is far superior to any other cloud-hosted solution that's on the market. It would be virtually impossible for anyone to replicate that product. I mean, SAP tried to go with business by design and has backed away from that, finding how difficult it is to rebuild a product like this. We think it's an awesome team to be doing it, and so
we do see this. We're seeing 3 to 5 week cloud deployments.
It's
and manufacturing,
crazy.
Which is kind of crazy on our end. But manufacturing, are we seeing a manufacturing renaissance as well? That you'd be betting on manufacturing?
Yeah, we actually think it's coming back. I mean, you're seeing this sort of hotbeds of manufacturing around the world kind of shifting. China was booming for so long, and now volumes are shifting to Vietnam or to Bangladesh or to Mexico or wherever else.
No more low-cost manufacturing left?
Well, we think that the value-added manufacturing, where the U.S. is specializing, is really taking off. We think that the U.S. has an opportunity, as it always has and as it continues to be the leader in the high value-add manufacturing sector.
So more like a Germany model.
Exactly. And it's funny, SAP grew up in Germany, and we think Plex is growing up here, and we think it's just a massive opportunity to take leadership.
So made to order, engineered to order, this wipes out any of the supply chain efficiencies, really short production times. Those are some of the benefits people are looking for?
That's exactly right. With just-in-time manufacturing, being local helps, right? So we already have a huge advantage over an overseas supplier. And we think that the folks who are right in our backyard are best positioned to play the biggest role in the supply chain of companies that are delivering product to Americans.
And cheaper energy is probably helping.
Of course, it helps a lot.
Wow. Okay, well hey, you've probably had a chance to kind of look around, talk through different folks and different customers. What are you hearing on the floor?
Yeah, it's interesting catching up with some of them in person. I think it's funny, we get, I think, sort of in our own echo chamber sometimes talking about some of the more bleeding edge advantages of a cloud-hosted application. We talk about Google Glass and the other things like that. Some of these folks are finding enormous value with the very simple things first. Like, hey, this was way cheaper than anything else we could have gotten, and better.
Even when they even owned it and had the re-up.
Exactly, exactly right. Even cheaper than the maintenance stream or re-upping. Another thing that's just an obvious advantage of being in the cloud, our supplier portal, our customer portal, all these ways that third parties outside our own 4 walls can log in and be a part of our product, and it fits in with the just-in-time manufacturing. It allows folks to produce goods in a much more seamless way and have a closer, more integrated relationship with all their trading partners. So it's cheaper, it's easier, folks are happy with it. I think it helps a lot to be, sort of reinforced in person and hear that. The other thing that was kind of interesting, given what we were talking about before we got on camera, there are folks who are saying things like, I couldn't be in business without this.
Yes.
So we think it's even expanding the market for ERP amongst, small and medium-sized manufacturers where the economics just wouldn't work if they couldn't deploy with a cost model like this.
Well, we see regional ice cream, regional food manufacturers, regional
Yes.
bottlers, I
Yes.
mean the craft brew industry.
Yep, and talk about the advantages of being local. Those are manufacturing industries, sure, food and beverage, but that can't exist overseas. You know, you're not going to ship frozen ice cream. You're not going to ship craft brew. It's got to be in our backyard. And a product like Plex, a platform like Plex, is allowing these folks to build a business in a profitable way when they never could have before, I don't think.
Well, hey, Christian, thanks. We talked about changing business models. We talked about the impacts of the cloud. We talked about this manufacturing renaissance that's happening. Hey, thank you very much for your insights.
Thanks so much for your time.